Welcome to chemistry class. In this video we'll begin with the chapter number 3, elements, compound and mixtures. This chapter is basically about the classification of matter into various categories as it is shown by the title of this chapter also. So let us begin here without taking any more delays. Substances are basically all around us, and these substances, whatever are present all around us, are classified in different manners. First of all, we can have two main categories. That is, substance can be pure substances, also they can be mixtures. The pure substance, again in turn, they are also classified into two more further categories, that are elements and compounds. So finally we will get three main categories of substances. First one is elements, second compounds, and third mixtures. Out of these three different categories, the first two, elements and compounds, they are pure substances, but the mixtures can have both elements and compound in different ratios. So please put a tick on this line or underline this. Substances can be classified finally into what? Into elements, compounds and mixtures. This is how we can classify the substances. Let us see what is a pure substance now. So the definition says that a pure substance is the one that cannot be split into simpler substance by a physical means. Yes, by which means? By a physical method, not a chemical reaction. By a physical method, we cannot split the pure substance into simpler substances. Like if you are filtration is going on, sublimation is there, distillation is there. All these are physical means only. No chemical reaction is going on. No chemical change is there. So if we are doing any kind of physical process or a physical change is taking place there, the pure substance cannot break down into simple substances. So because of this only, the elements and compounds, as they cannot be split into simple substance by physical means, all the elements and all the compounds are pure substances. We cannot break apart them. What are elements and compounds? That we will be discussing now. As we have already studied that the pure substances are of two different categories, elements and compounds. So let us discuss or study about them one by one. First we will talk about the elements here. The definition you have to learn. The definition of element we are going to study now. So what is an element? Element is that substance which cannot split into simple substance by which means? It is chemical means now. For this case, even if you are doing a chemical reaction, if you are reacting the element with any other thing, even after that also the element will not be able to split or break down into smaller substances. Nothing is smaller than element is possible. So that is what is the definition of element. Also we have just now studied that a substance which cannot be broken by a chemical means, that is an element. But if it cannot be broken by chemical means, it also can be written that the same substance can also not be broken by the physical means. So for the element, even if you are doing chemical method you are applying, or when you are doing physical change, any kind of change you are doing, any kind of reaction you are doing, the substance will not be able to split into different parts. Okay, so some examples of elements like hydrogen. Hydrogen is an element. Oxygen, nitrogen. These are different elements only. Some examples we have discussed, like carbon is there, or any other, like you can take aluminium is there, iron is there. All these are elements only, and they all cannot be split into different parts or into smaller substances by any kind of the change, by physical means as well as chemical means. So when we are writing the name of the element, just now I had written the names hydrogen, carbon, iron and so on, but they are all full spellings are there. So if in short we have to write, for that we have some special thing that is called as symbol. Elements are always represented by using their symbols. Okay, please underline this word. We can ask this in exam. So elements are represented by dash. If it is asked, you will answer their symbols. This symbol, what is it made up of? So symbol of the element, it will consist of what? It will consist of either the first or the first and one more letter of the English name of that element. Suppose we have this part. See here, we are going to learn now the rules for writing the symbols. So there are three different rules. So first rule is we will write the first letter only in capital of the English name of that element. So here hydrogen, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, phosphorus, sulfur, all these are given here. All these are the English name of these elements. And out of this English name, just we have to select the first alphabet that will become the symbol. So H stands for hydrogen, B stands for boron, C means carbon, N means nitrogen, O is oxygen, F is fluorine, P is phosphorus, S is sulfur. So only the first alphabet if we are using from the English name of the element, then it will be called as the symbol of that element. If we are writing only H in chemistry, it means hydrogen. If you are writing N in chemistry, it is nitrogen. Okay, so if it is in capital letter, don't write small h, it will be wrong. It has to be capital H only hydrogen. Capital O is oxygen, but small o, no, it is not so. Only in capital letters we have to write it. Okay, so that is what we have just now read also. The symbol of element is consisting of the first letter of the English name. Also it can have the first and one more letter. Now some thing different will be there, that is the second rule. Sometimes the first letter is not sufficient because the first letter is same. Just for an example, we had written H for hydrogen. Okay, but H stands for helium also. Helium also starts with H. So if I write H also for helium, then it will be confusing. H is hydrogen or H is helium. So to stop or to prevent this confusion, we have written first two letters now, because H already has been given as the symbol for hydrogen. We cannot use the same symbol for two elements. So therefore, to avoid confusion, only helium is given first two letters. In this you have to take care, when you are writing two letters in the symbol, the first one will be capital and the second one will be small letter only. So He, helium. Next, nitrogen was N. We have just now studied nitrogen is N. But what about neon and nickel? They also start with N. So we will take the first two letter Ne. In the spelling you can see Ne is written of neon. Then Ni, that is nickel. So this is the symbol. First two letters we are taking. Then magnesium and manganese. Students, pay attention here. What is the rule we are learning? We have to take the first letter along with one more letter. Now if we are taking the first two alphabets in magnesium, first two letters are M and small a. In the spelling you can see of magnesium. And also in the spelling of manganese, if you see the first two letters, then it is also Ma. That means both will have the same symbol. No, it is not possible. Two elements cannot have the same symbol. So we will not write Ma for any one of these. What we will do in this case, if first two alphabets are same, we will write the first letter M and the third letter G. In the second one you can see manganese M and third letter is N. So Mg, magnesium, first and third letter. Mn is manganese, there also first and third letter has been used. Just because the first two letters were common, they were same. Same thing you will see here in chromium and chlorine. First two letters CH, CH, both are same. C is carbon, तो C तो नहीं लिख सकते. But chromium and chlorine, if we take the first two letters, then both will be same. CH, CH, it is not possible. So here also you will take the first and the third letter. First is C, third is R. So Cr is chromium. First is C, third is L, that is Cl. Other ones are also given, calcium Ca, cobalt Co, that is first two letters only they have taken. Aluminium stands for Al, argon stands for Ar. Then remaining ones are here, zinc Zn, platinum Pt, radium Ra. In the platinum you see they have taken first and the fourth one. So that is all. You have to learn all these symbols here, students. Please write all these things. Write all the symbols as given in this table only in your notebook. All have to write in your notebook. And also you have to learn it. This can be asked in exam. So learn all the symbols and the chemical name of the element. Either the symbol will be written in the question, you have to tell the name. Otherwise, the name will be written in the question, you have to tell the symbol. Both the ways you should be able to answer this. So whatever symbols are given in the first table and in the second table, you should be able to answer there. The one more table is there. This table also please write in your notebooks. and this also you have to learn. Let us understand what is given in this now. So this is the third rule here. So in the beginning of chemistry, when alchemy was there, you have studied in class 6 about alchemy. So in the ancient times when science was not developed, modern chemistry was not there, alchemy existed, and in those times only some elements were discovered. Those elements were given the name in Latin language. It is a South American language, Brazilian language. So Latin language names are given here. That same language name is used for writing the symbol of these elements. Only for some elements we will use the Latin name. Normally we are using the English name for writing the symbol, but few elements are there where what we will do, we will take one or two letters of the Latin name, like sodium. Sodium in English it is called, but in Latin language it is called natrium. So from natrium only we have taken the symbol Na, first two letters. Next, potassium is called as kalium, and here the first alphabet K stands for potassium. Iron is called ferrum in Latin language, first two letters are Fe, so Fe will become the symbol of iron. Copper is called cuprum in Latin language, first two letters are written as Cu, C capital U small, so that is Cu stands for copper. Silver is called argentum in the Latin name. So AR we cannot give, first two letter AR नहीं लिख सकते हैं because AR is argon. In the previous table we have studied that, you can see there AR is not possible for this. So what we will do, we will do the first and the third one, A and G. A and the third one is G. So AG stand for silver, A capital G small. Next is tin. Tin is called as stannum in Latin. Symbol will be Sn. Gold is aurum. First two letters will take Au stands for, is the symbol for gold. Lead is called as plumbum in Latin language. Here also we will take the first and the fifth one, that is Pb. Just like this, only one platinum was there in the previous table, you can see. वहाँ पे भी देखो, अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, फर्स्ट टू लेटर्स Pl प्लेटिनम में आ रहा है और Pl प्लम्बम में भी आ रहा है, तो इसी वजह से Pl सिंबल यूज़ नहीं होता है. What we are doing, we are taking some other letters now. So platinum Pt, plumbum or lead is Pb. Next, mercury is called as hydrogen. Hydrogen में H and G is taken from the spelling. Hg is the symbol for mercury. So that is all. The symbol of the element is complete. Now you have to learn all this table, whatever is given in this you have to learn and be ready. If any question is asked related to this in the exam, you should be able to answer them. Okay, now another part of the symbol. We have learned the symbol and elements are represented using the symbols that we have learned. So what this symbol is telling us, if one symbol is written, suppose we are writing H, it means what? It is first of all telling the name of the element. Also it is telling us that there is one atom of hydrogen. Suppose I am writing 3H, it means 3 atoms are there. If we are writing 5O, that means 5 atoms of oxygen are there. If we are writing, suppose just an example, 4C I am writing, 4 matlab 4 atoms, C means carbon, 4 atoms of carbon are there. If only C is written, it is 1 atom of carbon. So one symbol of the element is representing 1 atom. All these symbols are 1 atoms only. If we are writing any number before this, suppose I write 2Ag, that is 2 atoms. If only Ag is written, that means 1 atom only. So one symbol represents 1 atom of the element. All these symbols, as you can read, H, N, Cl, O, Fe, Cu, all these represent 1 atom of the respective element only. Okay, so that is all. We will continue with molecules now in the later part of the video. That is all. We will take a wind up this video, and next video onwards will continue from the molecules of element, how the molecules are produced and the related concepts, and will continue to compounds also later on. Okay, if any doubt still exists, you can post it in the comment section below, else you can ask it to the teacher taking the live classes on the Teams app. That is all. Thank you everyone.